Better luck next.
I'm ready.
Almost got me that time.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
Greet the Reaper for me.
Try again.
Almost got me that time.
Meet your maker. Almost got me that time.
I'm ready.
Better luck next time.
Greet them.
Meet your maker.
like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So it wasn't a dream after all. Oh, I don't even remember them strapping me down. Die. Afraid to eat food.
Did you expect a needle? Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof...
Fresh meat. Bah. Nice. Plump. Banded like a chicken's leg, too. Here, you're more animal than me.
With two shakes of her stumpy tail, the sheep turns away from you to peruse her Did you expect a needle?
Let me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee set me free, and I'll set you free.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister...
Is my shift... Wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. And it's about time too. The lads can't just leave the prisoner alone though. I heard he might be the one causing trouble upstairs. That's all I needed to hear. Just don't...
Go on, pull.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you...
empty.
Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper.
This is a rare
Yes.
bit of magic.
Looks like that
I'll
collar
need
fits
to
you
write to
snugly enough.
headquarters right away.
Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All packed. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment.
My word, you do seem... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Mostly. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly...
God.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? Go ahead. She with the body.
No marks.
Nothing to see here.
Of a struggle.
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could, it looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. Listen, I could use someone to bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. So, anything interesting for me? Right, tick-tock. But who?
Nothing to see here.
The pale young woman doesn't...
No marks.
No,
No
I know you
indications
can.
of a struggle.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
You look like my daddy. His name is... You're a human, like me. That means we're friends already. My mum told me not...
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself and...
Who indeed? Why, my name is, Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
The children break out...
I say, it...
Her pinched face cracks into...
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and...
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You take care, though. Nope, trying not to find anything out.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
Name? Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning it this way and that.
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are No. I want to know about this. This text tells me that they created... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you don't have any... Now, please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will...
Do you mind?
Here to register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far? I'm glad to hear it. You head on in then.
A no doesn't become a yes over time, you know.
Well, well. What have we here?
The lizard looks you up and down. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting.
There's some discoloration. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Ah, music to my... On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my... On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetic. The very basics. So, 3 questions asked, as per your own testimony, you can cook. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, my slave, of course. Oh, but... Anyway, you may leave me for a moment.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Finer. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall.
Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take...
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded, a sly smile playing on his face.
Watch your back, new fish.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of...
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one... Ifan grins, flashing...
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him.
He glances over at Magister Victor.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Not interested in the son of the Divine himself?
What are you conspiring about?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible.
Away with you.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of... He raises an eyebrow as you...
Listen up, boy. You hear that? The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The
And?
The fellow cocks his ear.
That isn't
He cocks his ear to the other.
Anticipation. She senses something. That's all you hear, though. Listen. There now. Just like that. Squeeze! Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news. It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Burn my beard. That means if we've been traveling for... Yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy. Captain, actually. And that figure tells...
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
He continues stroking his beard.
The first thing about sauce.
If you'll be pardoning me...
time, you know.
It was one of them. I know it.
Would you put a knuckle in it? I'm trying to concentrate.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What do you keep those bolts trained on her? And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Keep murder most foul. And I strongly suspect
Never thought you'd end
all
up
about
a
it.
prison guard, Vic.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul. I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep...
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course...
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose luck...
Good. God, you there, sorcerer. Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
What happened? Must water. What?
The lizard's eyes Ivan lies motionless, curled on the ground like an animal. His eyes flicker open. Ivan cries out. Then
Not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use.
The dice roll darkly.
The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She's breathing normally, but she doesn't stir. The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious.
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor. His... The hound paws desperately at his snout. It winces as it draws blood from its wet blood. The dog notices you for the first time and snarls.
You sorcerer!
It sneezes suddenly and...
Can't smell. Please, make it stop.
The dog whines.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Thank the gods. By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your...
Another sorcerer! Like you don't know? Mutiny! Did that witch fix your collar too? Go!
Bishop Alexander, if Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. It doesn't budge. The door groans open.
Something's breaking through! Death bomb! I need to get out of here now!
So much for a peaceful street.
That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and...
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby...
You said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you. There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us.
The Magister lies on the floor.
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a... Wait! Void Woken!
Beardless bugs would sink the ship on my watch.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary. Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
I've faced worse.
Glory is mine!
Let's not tarry.
I hear something. It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar. Sounds like she needs help.
She tries to speak, but can only gape as she clutches her neck, trying to stem the bleeding of a gushing wound. With jagged movements, she raises her clenched fist and holds out a length of cloth, soaked with some kind of blood, quickly soaks through the cloth. Magister Siwan's mouth opens and closes, her eyes wide in terror. Blood pours out from around the bandage. Magister Siwan reaches out to you, her hand, it's working. The pressure is stemming the flow of blood. Siwan clutches your arm, her eyes locked with yours. Something within the ship snaps. The floorboards shudder. Siwan struggles to her feet, clinging to you tightly.
It's ripping the ship apart!
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Orivan. Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something, wanted me alive. I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his...
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? I guess. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island. And it's a lot nicer out here than it's... They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. But you didn't die. Guess I am. But it's just normal. There isn't anywhere safer. You'll see. You can stay out here with me.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore. Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
Look here, Quercus. Another giant. My word, this blasted isle is... What's that? Yes, I did see how it made... But that is no reason to trust it. Giants like... What? Dear me, have you taken leave of all 6 of your senses? Oh, I see. You cunning devil. We need only follow in its big, wide shadow and be safe. Egads! It speaks our tongue, Quercus. What do you mean a good time for introductions? You know full well... Oh, introduce myself... No, we will have the giant march. In time, we'll see whether it is... Now, onwards! Shield! Venture forth! Our shield speaks, Quercus. Prick up your phantom... Dear me... Why, speak! Shield! A giant body. Surely, even the tall folk know that Rivellon was beautiful and They carved the... But someday, the great acorn will fall again. Oh, Quercus! What tree did the great acorn fall? Some questions. The great acorn will come. It will destroy... What do you say, Quercus? No, quite right. Rather, we must find a way to live together in peace. Although it would be quite a bit easy. Perhaps the shield will let them know as much.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that. Nevertheless, one good turn does deserve another, so... Now then, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but...
He sighs.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories.
He looks out over the water once more, and so...
As for myself, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Of course, it's rather specific.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he...
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince. Of course you know.
There's a brief moment's pause.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find my grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. This and that. Tag along. On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body. Fine. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him. Jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I... As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Finesse is a condition one should assume in any situation, from dining to discourse to dueling. What situations do you have in mind? Very well. Onwards, then, to victory.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. As your luck would have it, of course, there are other forms of...
Our shield speaks!
A black cat. Some would see
The cat's eyes are clouded and
What? How did I... Huh? Yeah, fine. I'm fine. I just...
The cat opens his mouth as if to...
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic. I don't... I never want to set foot on a stuffy old boat ever again. Never.
Answer him.
I've spotted something. Wonder where this leads.
You walk up to a skeleton unlike any you have ever seen before. Approaching, you hear a profane
bugger. How on earth?
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face.
Damnation. That's stuck fast. No! Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected. It seems the human that stole my mask. I chased her here.
He turns back to the body.
Why, it's a face that seems... I would normally employ a tool. I could then craft a mask to hide my bow.
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls...
Because my own was stolen from me. And the eye... Oh, get up! You are simple beasts. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my feet. Oh, don't be ridiculous. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of... Indeed. I may be, at least from this realm. As for the others... Well, that hardly seems relevant. Several centuries, in fact, I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened. I suppose. You seem more at ease in this world than I. Excellent. While we are conversing, of course the arcane arts are my little speciality. But being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours? I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Splendid. Very well.
The cat's eyes are clouded.
We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escape.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue...
This can't be serious, Alex.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squint.
Stop! My father! May his soul rest in peace. Would the fate of our realm hangs in the balance. Dallas?
Yes, your...
I believe it.
What a waste. Come. Will be needed elsewhere.
The lizard magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
These creatures are so prone to violence.
time to accept reality.
Did you see him? You did, right? Those claws. Wonder what's behind the masks. That, Magister, that was Bishop Ali. Better get to it then. Her Majesty.